Alright, hello. This is day 61. Day 61 of the 100 days. This will be a little more interesting. First, I'll say let's start here. I have had a legitimate cheat, a legitimate slip, whatever you want to call it. I will set this up, but it is kind of just an excuse for me to have been bad once. On day 51, actually the day that I made this last video, after I made it, I went over and worked at the house all day long. And my best friend in the whole world ever, Mike, came over to hang out with me and my brother while we worked in the house. And Mike I've known for 20 years, and he's my best friend no matter what. And he's moving back to Florida for the third time. And it was, so we were hanging out all day, and it was the last time we were going to see each other before we moved. And somehow during the day, the subject of food comes up, because the subject of food always comes up when you're around me. And he mentioned he had not had the Alicia's Pizza since he'd been back at all, and he was leaving in like 4 days. And I was like, oh, you know, and I didn't think, I was like, ooh, that sounds good, but you know, whatever. And then later on that night, my mother got off work, so she came. We were all standing around looking at the house, and we worked all day long. And Mom was like, what are we going to do for eating, you know, and blah, blah. And I remember that Alicia's has this, like, from 6 to 8, they have Beat the Clock special, which means if you call it 6:05, your large pizza is $6.05, which is a great deal. So, you know what? I was tired, I was hungry, and I was looking at it like, my best friend in the whole world is leaving again, and me and him, when we were growing up, would just get together and like stuff our faces. That's one of the things we would do. So I was like, screw it. I looked at it like this. It was day 51, and I looked at it like it's halftime. I've gone 50 days without doing anything, and I had one day in the middle that I was going to just say screw it. I'm going to celebrate, or whatever you want to call it, or like say bye to Mike, and kind of an excuse, I completely admit, but it was fun and good for all of us, and I thought I'd just do that right in the middle and then go another 50 days. So I had one bad meal. We went and got pizza, and I ate a lot of it. The soda did not taste very good, actually. It was kind of harsh and, I don't know. That was kind of strange. So that is my confession. I had pizza once on day 51. So there's that. It is day 61 now, and I'm kind of discouraged. I'm disappointed in myself a little bit. Not because of that, because one meal's not a big deal, but I gained another pound, and I think what's happened is that I've kind of, the longer this has gone on, the more that I've tried to find ways around my little rules. You know, it's like, okay, I can't have chocolate, cheese, or soda, but you know what, you can have white bread now. I didn't used to eat white bread, but I'm like, since I'm depriving myself in one area, I'm kind of letting myself go in a different area. So I've had more payday bars in the past 2 weeks than I've had in the past 2 years, because it's not chocolate, but it's sugary, you know, and I love nuts. And, you know, I'm eating like these bread, and I'm eating Funyuns, you know, or something like that I didn't used to do. Pretzels, the soft pretzels. These are all things I didn't used to eat before, but I'm telling myself it's not chocolate, cheese, or soda, so I can go ahead and eat it, you know, and I'm kind of lost the spirit of the whole point of this, I think. It's kind of like somebody who's like, I got a real problem with blackjack. I got a real problem with blackjack. I just got to stop gambling. I got to stop gambling. I'm going to try to not gamble for a while because I don't want to play blackjack. I have a problem with that. And then like 2 months in, being like, oh, well, you know what? I'm playing roulette. It's not blackjack, but it's just roulette. So that's fine. It's right. It's okay, right? Maybe that's a bad analogy, but you get my point. I'm not eating chocolate, cheese, and soda. I'm eating white bread, you know, just sugar and nuts and I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm kind of just substituting one bad thing for my old bad habits recently. I wasn't at first, but I have recently because of the deprivation. So I'm starting to think I should just go back to what I was doing and just have what I really want once in a while. Anyway, now I'm just kind of talking to myself. I don't know, I'm sorry. Anyway, there you go. Oh, also, in 10 days, I'm going to go to Chicago for 2 days. So I'll tell you right now, I don't care what position, no, whatever progress this had made or hasn't made, I don't care. I've never been to Chicago, and while I'm there for 2 days, I'm eating whatever I want. I'm enjoying the Chicago experience. So, oh, also, so I'm sorry. I'm going to enjoy the experience of Chicago, and I'm not going to think about this because everyone I've talked to about what do I do in Chicago, it's all about the food. Yeah, there's going to be that also. That's going to be a planned reprieve for 2 days. So there you go. And also, those 2 days and the day I slipped up on day 51, I'm going to take those 3 days and tag them on the end. It makes me feel better. That's really it. I've been rambling quite a bit this time, and I apologize for that, but of course, you wouldn't be watching if you weren't slightly interested. Yeah, alright, 40 days to go, and I'll have to try to start curbing my substitute habits, I guess. Alright, that's it. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.